Oh, caught you in the act.
Of what, closing the door?
Yeah, and turning off the fan. You know what that means.
No, I don't.
We're about to start a podcast. Just go, come on.
Hey-o! I'm here. I'm in the room. I haven't gotten to sit down yet, but I do have a chair this time.
This is non-consenting. I didn't want to do this. I'm just here. He's making me do it.
Well, I know, but I have a...
That wasn't true.
Oh!
Although it's not... Maybe,
it's a double twist.
I mean, I should probably be, like, writing an essay right now because, you know, I have some teachers...
Are you not done with those
I
yet?
have some teachers that are still wanting to do school. And by that I mean exactly one teacher. Not name-dropping.
The whole world will know.
Yeah, but no, I mean, that kind of sucks. But it'll all be over by Wednesday. June 3rd is the last day that they can grade stuff, so I don't have to do any more work beyond that. Even if they give it to me, I don't have to. Even if they give it to me now, I don't have to. Because you know what? I turned in one thing late, and she didn't grade it, so my grade went down, which means...
You just cut it in half.
Which means I'm going to get an earlier grade.
It's a she.
Oh, yeah, I name dropped.
Now everyone knows. You've given so much deduction.
All of my teachers are female. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, half of them are female, half of them are male. Actually, no, 3 of them are male.
You're giving them too much information.
Look, this is
all the detectives out there. They're snooping.
On. Nobody cares.
They're gonna find out everything.
Nobody cares about high school.
I'm done with everything forever because I have dropped out of college to pursue my career.
And by dropped out, he means got a diploma and then left.
No, yeah, I mean I graduated and actually got fired from my career.
Miraculously. One of those was Well, you know. Anyways, I don't know when we're doing the intro, but I was...
Oh, it already happened.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I control the tides here.
Wait, it happened after I said caught in the act.
I don't know when, but I'm going to make sure it's already happened.
Well,
Which means it's time to introduce ourselves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Hello, everyone who may or may not be watching. I'm the bro host.
They all clicked away. You took too long. I'm the co-host and also the bro host. We're brothers, so we could really both say that line.
This branched off his channel, so he gets the honor of not having to have bro in his name. Where's my water?
Okay, well, I think you should do a little introduction, like I said.
So yeah, we've been gone for 12 years now? I actually don't know.
I don't know.
But we were doing little warm-up fake starts like we always do a while ago.
Corona started. That was the last thing we did, was a Corona episode. So it was March 10th or something.
Oh yeah, I wasn't being real, obviously, but I couldn't remember when it actually was.
I know. I'm telling you.
But yeah, just a while ago, I was trying to sing the little intro tune to our podcast, and I couldn't even remember it because it's been so long. So yeah, I feel completely befuddled. Like, this is alien to me now. But I feel compelled to do it. Just because, I mean, I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. Right,
There's so much spit on the table already.
Right, Mr. Haven't uploaded in many, many weeks.
Yeah.
What happened to the wows, Jason? I thought it was the weird of the week.
Okay, this isn't my... Oh my goodness, there's spit... No, it's probably water. This isn't about me. This is about you.
This is about both of us. It's our podcast.
Yeah, but it's okay. But it's not just about me. I thought you were
gonna. It's okay.
Explain...
We're gonna play Minecraft real soon. He's gonna put it up on his. He's a Minecraft YouTuber now.
Okay. Well, why don't you just start us off? I have no idea what we're talking about. I'm just here, so I'm.
Well, I was just gonna do one of those things where we just catch up on our lives a bit first, but I guess we kind of already did that.
I'm not assuming any responsibility for directing the topics.
You're looking at the new background I drew right here, and you can already see that there's stuff up alluding to my graduation. But Jason is also now old. He's literally he's an old man. He's a shriveled up raisin. Tell them how old you are, man.
I am 3 months older than the last podcast, which means 17, guys.
No way, that's crazy. Got a cheesecake for his birthday. It was good.
Yeah, I can drink wine legally.
You can? 17?
In Germany.
In Germany. All we gotta do is get a plane.
And a passport.
Well, people are laxing stuff up now, but I don't think anybody's ready to travel internationally. who's
I doubt it. You know how many people probably have.
Who's not dumb.
I remember when it first started, everybody was like, buy plane tickets right now, dude. They're so cheap.
Dude,
and they probably got stuck in like a different country.
Did we talk? I think we did talk about this on the last podcast, the Corona one. How I was like,
hey, don't name drop it too much, or our videos get blocked.
Jason, you know, I'm gonna talk about that. But did we talk about how I was all like, if I was in Italy, I wouldn't know if I should just like get the heck out of there, or if I should like stay and not risk the worst possible spot of the virus spreading. You know? Did we talk about that?
Just wait, say that again?
The dilemma is like, if you're in Italy, where it was at its worst at the time, would you get out of there as fast as possible? Or would you not risk it because you could be a carrier?
I think most people would worry more about themselves. Which is probably...
That's a bit selfish, though.
I mean, that's how it probably became a pandemic, man. Is from people leaving these countries when they know they probably shouldn't.
You guys are probably wondering, it doesn't matter for us because we can't monetize any of our videos anyway because not enough people know who we are. But Jason was talking all about how, dude, you gotta get that Corona clickbait, and he was like, you gotta put COVID here, COVID there, put it in the thumbnail and the tags. And I was like, dude, they like demonetize your videos for that, and like they probably won't show it off as much.
No, it's like, okay, it's ghost blocked. I think like not ghost blocked.
I heard it from everyone. He was like, no, that's not real.
Yeah, I think it's not promoted as much, but that's specifically. When it's in the title, I think in the title it automatically marks your video. Like it'll have the little box below it that says there's like that CDC like info card below your video. So the only thing that I said that was wrong, I don't even know if I was the one to tell you to put in the title. If I was, then
put in the thumbnail, the title.
Yeah, no, but putting it in the thumbnail and the tags, there's nothing wrong with that.
I know. It's just I find it funny that you couldn't leave even one place where it wasn't.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't really care, man. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We'll see how this one goes now that we've already said it 3 times.
Did it get, like, less views than normal? Did it only get 10 this time instead of 13?
Actually, it did, but you know what? I think that's because I never added timestamps to it. I completely forgot to ever go back and add timestamps to that video. It actually does. It has drastically less views.
Maybe, or maybe it's just less interesting.
Possibly. I mean, we got a new background. It was probably one of our more relevant ones at the time. I don't know. Dude, like, even our, like, old one about Jared started blowing up.
I bet it was because you put in that whole thing in the beginning when I told you not to put in the whole video of me drinking Kool-Aid. And you put the entire clip of me drinking Kool-Aid.
It was an experiment. It was interesting.
And guess what? It was boring really fast. There's parts you should have cut out. And guess what happens when somebody clicks away? It doesn't promote your video. The videos are promoted by how much watch time they get, like how much duration. So that I told you, but you know it's not my channel, so I'm not gonna care that much. If you're not gonna listen to me, then it's whatever. It's you.
I'll reference back to the YouTube master from here on out.
Well, I'm just saying it was like 3 minutes of me drinking Kool-Aid. Like it's not that interesting. It's interesting to you because I'm your brother and you think I'm funny and
that's a good point
and whatever. But you have to understand that to other people it's not that entertaining. Like, this is just something that you learn. Like, things that you might think are entertaining are not. And you
just learn that grape Kool-Aid without the sugar tastes like lemonade. You just learn that on your own.
No, but, I mean, it would be funny if you had clipped it together properly. Like, cut parts of it. But you just stuck the whole thing in there, and I told you not to do that.
Okay.
So I think that's probably why it got less views. But, see, now we're doing the same thing because we're talking about this.
That's why I don't...
So, but it's 8 minutes in, and we haven't even talked about...
First of all, this is your fault.
Anything...
Well, I was gonna...
No, it's not my fault. I started off saying it's. I'm not taking any responsibility for the topics today because you didn't discuss anything with me beforehand. Go ahead. Tell us about some topics.
Okay, fine. The most relevant thing right now is...
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. That movie?
The movie.
Do you know anything about it?
No, I was just making a joke because I don't know what you're going to say.
No, I was gonna say... Of a few things that are most relevant on here would be the new Paper Mario game that was announced. But I have a feeling you don't care about that.
I don't know anything about it. I don't think that's
Did you
relevant.
not even watch the trailer?
No, I saw it, but I didn't watch it. Or at least I didn't watch all of it. I've seen a couple clips. But I don't think that's relevant, man.
What?
I don't think many Paper Mario fans watch our podcast.
Okay.
I like to talk about broader subjects. Something that appeals to all people.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of drama and civil unrest going on right now, but we don't talk about that on our podcast.
Well, I mean, there's not much to talk about. What's been said has been said. I mean, we could make some passing comments, but I don't want to get into anything political. I'm just saying, I don't like talking about like a specific video game trailer that nobody knows about.
What are your thoughts on the recent space launch?
There. See, that's something that's like
okay,
everybody knows
good.
about.
That's like the only one I've got. Because
No,
I don't have any
I mean,
normal interests.
What are your thoughts on it? Man, it happened, and guess what? They went into space.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I thought they were going to blow up.
Yeah, I thought they was going to
No, but it is
tip on over. Yeah, no,
I got to watch it. I only found out about it like a day before it happened.
Well, it's cool because it's the first time in my life that, or no, it's not. Well, because the last one was 2011, right?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, they said the last one was 2011, so I was alive. But it's the first one I've ever seen. I didn't see a rocket launch with astronauts in it. So, I mean, it's a cool thing to see because I'd never seen it before. And it just means that we're one step closer to colonizing Mars and giving all of our money to Elon Musk because it's all part of his master plan to take control of Mars and start selling it for his own profit.
For ransom.
Yep. He's going to be the first man to own a planet. It's crazy.
That would actually be a pretty dope
Then
thing
he's going to use all that money to conquer every continent on the Earth, and then he'll own 2 planets. Technically 3 if you count the moon.
I thought I was the one who did the conspiracy theories on these podcasts.
Man. It was not a conspiracy theory.
It's the truth. He has inside
Yeah, no, it's just true. Okay, what other topics do we have?
I mean, I have some stuff prepared to just talk about.
Go ahead.
Like
Don't
general YouTube.
Yeah, you're talking.
Like I was gonna talk about. Have you noticed? This jumped out to me because I was talking about timestamps. But if you notice, they did a thing now where the little bar at the bottom of the YouTube video shows like where the timestamps are marked if they're in the description. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have not seen that. That's cool.
It also like it auto translates the titles of videos in other languages before recommending them to you now. So you can click on a video with an English title and then go to it and find out it's like Japanese or Spanish or something.
Man, that happened a long time ago, but it was just that they put it in an English title because they knew it'd get more clicks. You remember that?
What? No.
Yeah, foreign channels would put their titles in English.
Oh, I know that, but no, I'm talking they actually...
No, I'm saying
click
that...
on it and it'll be automatic.
Yeah, John, I was just saying that's like how they used to do that.
Well, YouTube's working with them on that idea now then. The only other thing I had to talk about.
What? It's been 3 months? You said you had a huge list.
No, the only other thing that you care about, because I know you don't care about any of the same things I do.
Oh my goodness, just tell us the list. You're taking too long to talk about.
I was just going to say, are YouTube ads not getting on your nerves?
I don't. Like what?
Because I just see the same like Raid Shadow Legends everywhere every day.
I've never seen a Raid Shadows Legend ad. Sponsor, yes, not an ad.
Oh, I meant sponsor. Those are the worst kind of ads to me.
Oh, you're talking about sponsors?
Yeah.
Well, that's different than YouTube
I feel
ads.
like if I were
They're not
a YouTuber,
affiliated with YouTube.
I feel like if I were a YouTuber, I couldn't get myself to put that in the video because it would kind of like ruin the video for me. I would hate to put something in there that doesn't improve the video in any way just to get paid.
Okay, well that's...
And I know they have to.
That's an interesting topic. No. Okay, there's a good and bad way to do sponsors. There's some that just feel so out of place to me. Like it doesn't even fit the genre of the channel.
Yeah.
And typically sponsors won't do that because they want to pick an audience that would like their product. But there's some people that'll just put it in at the beginning of the video and I'll just click away because I'm like, I didn't even...
There was one that I tried to click away, but it went on for like 5 minutes and then I just stopped caring about the video.
What do you mean? That's what I meant by click away. No, by click away I didn't mean skip it. I just didn't watch the video because I didn't want to try to skip through it.
I usually skip it.
But, there are people that do like skits with their sponsors. And
yeah, but I've gotten tired of even... That's not even original anymore.
I disagree. It depends on the skit. Some people do really well done, funny stuff. And it's not like it's supposed to be entertaining. It's not like, well, oh my goodness, that really added to the video. That's so good. I'm going to give the video a like because of how good that sponsorship little segment was. I mean, that's not the point. But if it's at least bearable and at least somewhat entertaining, it's not what you want in the video, but you have to understand that that's, I mean, it's something that they have to do to make money. And you can at least commend them for being creative with it, and commend the company for allowing that creativity. Because stuff like Raid Shadow Legends, they make you set your description to have that little chunk of text with those emojis that's like, get Raid Shadow Legends checkmark emoji for free, 25% off gold, legendary hero, legendary silver, buy now, whatever it says, you know, all that weird mobile game ad junk. And they make you pin a comment with that and make you put in the description. And they make everybody say the exact same script and put the same exact video game clips in there of Raid Shadow Legends. So it's sponsors like that where that's the sponsor. And I mean, I guess they could turn down the sponsor, but you don't know if these people even, like, they might have to take all of the sponsors they get because they might literally not be able to live without that.
I watched a YouTube video by someone, though. I don't remember who. They're decently popular. They were talking, though, about how they turned to Patreon because they didn't want to, like, sacrifice their vision for their videos by, like, essentially forcing, like, a commercial into it. So they weren't doing any sponsors. They were getting all the money they needed that they would normally get from sponsors from Patreon. Because and I had, like, huge respect for that because I was like, it's your vision for your videos. Stick to it.
Okay, like, but why would... No, think about what you just said. Why wouldn't everybody do Patreon if it pays more? Because it doesn't. Not even close.
No, I'm not saying everyone can do that. But if you can, even if it's a risk, I can respect taking that risk.
We're talking like a $10K, like $10,000 per sponsor, depending on the sponsor. It could be like anywhere from $1,000 to like $10,000, depending on the company. That's per video, and depending on video frequency. That's a lot of money. Patreon... nowhere near. Like, you might not even be able to get 1,000 supporters, and they would they can give, like, I don't know if there's a minimum, but like $1 to $5 probably that they're gonna be pledging, right? Maybe 15 or something like that. Like, I mean, I just don't get your argument.
Okay, imagine this, Jason. The year is...
People need sponsors.
The year is tomorrow. Tomorrow o'clock.
Okay.
And you're
famous and you have sponsors. What are you going to do? You're going to take the sponsors, right? Yes, because I want the money.
And you know what I'll stop doing? I'll stop liking your videos.
And you know what? I'm not going to just have it be a 15-minute video and the first 5 minutes are, get Raid Shadow Legends today. It's such a fun game.
I think some of them force it.
Join my clan. My clan is super cool.
I think some of them have to be a certain length. I mean, definitely. You can't just mention
you turn those down. That's what I'm saying.
What if you got none left to turn down? What if you really need a sponsor?
Man, I'll get a job. This isn't like my career, like for some people.
And I thought it was supposed to be.
For the people that it is their career, they don't even have to worry about that. Like, they have enough sponsors lined up. Like, they get lots of sponsorship deals, so they can be picky. I don't know.
I think the reason I don't like it is because it's...
Here's the only thing which I was going to say a long time ago, but I had to keep dragging this out because you keep not agreeing with what I'm saying. But when it gets annoying is when the same channel promotes the same sponsor almost every video, or like the same two sponsors every video.
Well, yes.
Like, they're like tech channels that will do like Raycon earbuds every video, or NordVPN every video. And that's when it gets annoying because... Like, I can understand that NordVPN, like, is a sponsor, Raycon is a sponsor for a lot of tech or gaming channels, right? But then, when it's the same channel sponsoring the same company every video, that's when it gets annoying. Just because, how creative can you get when you're doing it every video?
Yeah. But, I guess how I would describe it is it's like having a commercial break that is... If I were to compare this to TV, it's like having a commercial break that is actually built into the episode of the show or whatever. So, like, you know how, like...
Yeah, which makes it a lot more
back
effective
in the
for
day,
advertisers.
they used to do, like, those advertisements that they, like, built into the show.
It's called sponsorships.
Well, yeah, but those are so annoying.
It's called sponsorships because it integrates it with your brand, which means it's a lot more effective than, like, a pre-roll YouTube ad. Which is why they pay a lot for it, and which is why creators are going to accept it, because they need the money. Or they want the money. It makes sense. I don't know why you, like, criticize them so much for taking sponsorships.
I just wish that...
That they wouldn't? Like, if you were in their place, be honest, would you not?
I know, I wish there was a better alternative. I'm not saying that there is.
Ooh. I mean, there's not really an alternative at all. I mean, like, you have Patreon, like you said. Like, you have places where you can donate. Twitch streamers make a lot of money just from donations and subs, like that. But, like, YouTube, I mean, ad revenue alone doesn't really pay much at all. So...
It's just...
Like, a lot of people do merch.
To,
merch is good, but then a lot of people complain, and I agree, because almost everybody's merch is extremely overpriced.
Yeah, and not, in my opinion, not that interesting most of the time.
Okay, I mean, that depends on the person. You can't just make, like, a blatant statement, like, everybody's merch sucks.
I know.
I've seen a lot of cool merch.
Oh, I have too, but...
But it all sucks, usually. That's what you're... Man, you just hate people that are trying to be making a living, man.
No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm those people who just reflexively call people shills and sellouts.
You mean they're making videos to make money? No. I thought they were doing it to entertain their following.
Well, to be fair, that's what I would do if I was a YouTuber.
Like, you're that kind of person that calls somebody a sellout just because they make money from doing something.
I don't want to come across as that person.
You are,
but
right
I
now.
just... I like...
Here's the bottom line, dude. Sponsorships are like you can press the right arrow key, like, 10 times maximum and be done with it, okay? It's not that big of a deal. Like, that just shows how lazy our generation is if you can't even make it through a sponsorship that you can skip. The difference between an advertisement that's a pre-roll ad, a YouTube ad, is you can't skip that. Or at least you have to wait 5 seconds before skipping this.
Yeah.
Literally, if you can tell, you can hear when somebody's about to say, but before I get into the video or something like that, you know, they have good transitions or whatever, but you can tell. Literally, from that second, you could, or hover in the toolbar and see when it ends. I mean, it's not a big deal at all, and you're making out to be something that is.
You're right. I'll surrender. You win this argument. I will add one point I was going to make, though, which is quite a few...
Oh, my goodness.
What? Did I spit on you?
I put my arm up because I was cheering, and you went quite, and it just, like, showered my arm.
I was going to say one last thing is that one unfortunate thing about some sponsorships is that I feel like they probably, like, date the video poorly. Like, if it's a mobile game, people probably won't care about it in a few years, and you'll go back and...
People didn't care about it at all. Look, okay, if there's a sponsorship that I don't take, it's mobile games. Like, that's the kind of thing that I would say... I would be picky.
You would take sponsorships from, like, services and stuff, right?
Like,
or applications.
Yeah, and mostly stuff that's like
stuff.
The trusted brands and the ones that are commonly sponsored, which I guess that makes it more repetitive. But I wouldn't do like it's a whole meme, the Raid Shadow.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Legends thing. So like most YouTubers don't want to do that because they know they're gonna get made fun of.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do anything that's like Raid Shadow Legends where like you have to have certain like you read off a script and it plays boring gameplay and you have to put the thing in your description with like and be like join my clan, join now.
Remember
with my
back
referral
when you
code,
used
you can
to
get free gems.
Remember when you used to get like Steam bucks or whatever the currency is to get your Steam games? I know.
By taking surveys, yeah.
Or no, you would just by doing that thing where you would download a bunch of apps, try them out, and then just delete them.
I don't think I ever. No, I think I got $5 from doing that. From the surveys I got like $20.
All I was gonna say is you played one game. You know, you played like a few games that I remember we made fun of and said weren't very fun, but I saw people like advertising them in sponsorships, and I was like, and they were saying all this great stuff, and I was like, I wonder if they would be able to say any of this stuff if it weren't for the sponsorship. You know?
Obviously not. What? I mean, there are people that are like, well, I've been having a lot of fun playing this game lately. Like, I think PewDiePie.
Well, yeah, then that is something I don't like, though. I don't like the disingenuity. Is that a word?
Well, no, because some people will be like, it's a fun game. And they might not be completely lying, but it could be a game that, you know, it's not bad.
Like
it's kind of fun for a minute.
They'll be like gushing over it, like, I spent hours on this game.
Yeah, okay, well, so
I'm still entranced.
A lot of, I don't watch Clash of Clans videos, but I happened to stumble across a couple throughout my years of living. And almost every Clash of Clans YouTuber does sponsorships for mobile games. And they are the worst. I have lost respect for almost any Clash of Clans YouTuber because all of their sponsorships are bad. And when I see one like that, I just click off because they have such a fake enthusiasm, like you said about it most of the time too. And a lot of them are like the App Banana and Cash App kind of things like you were talking about where you download apps to make money, which are essentially scams. Don't get me wrong, you can make money off of them, but they're pretty much
Jason, he's a computer whiz, so he can out-scam the scams. But he's a trained professional. Self-trained, but still.
Well, the thing that I don't like about them is that almost anybody knows that it's just not.
Yeah, it just seems so sketchy.
No,
it's
that's the problem
obvious.
because it's panders to kids, and then kids download it, and then they get tricked. I guess not really tricked, but
they get hooked on the
it's just
coin
kind of
drop machine game.
It's just kind of fishy. I don't really like. It's shady.
So I guess the end result of this conversation was me sort of pessimistically bringing up some legitimate concerns of how you should approach a sponsorship if you have one. Like,
whilst
be
also
honest,
saying that sponsorships
keep
are
it short,
the spawn
keep
of
it
the
well
devil,
planned.
and me saying that they're not.
Yeah, we're like good cop, bad cop, tough judge, light judge.
You're like, wow, I hate people making money, and I'm like, nah, that's not really true.
Money helps.
I don't think any analogy here works.
I'm just saying we brought up some good points in the worst possible way. Mostly me.
Okay, there, I'll agree with that.
Because you didn't bring up good points. Ha! I'm just joking.
I might just take the first sponsorship, like if I ever get a sponsor, or whenever I get a sponsor.
I missed this, though, talking about your hypothetical YouTube future when you make it big.
Yeah, I almost have 400 subscribers. I have 100 in the past month. That is the highest.
How did that just happen?
That's the highest growth I've ever had. Because one of my Minecraft videos has a little over 2,000 views now. So two of
one
my
of the
videos.
hardcore ones.
Yeah. It was one of the ones in my series, and that and another video are gaining some views. A lot of my videos are gaining views, and a couple of them are specifically like getting semi-viral, if that makes sense, compared to the other videos.
Viral for your channel.
So in other words, just luck, and I need to make another video to capitalize off of it, which I would love to do, but the problem is I've had stuff to do because life's crazy, man. But I'm gonna start making videos again, and I'll probably like this summer hit like 1,000 subscribers probably, because I have some good ideas. And then I'll probably start making money, and then I'll probably get rich, and then I'll probably get famous or something.
Yep, that's the plan.
Probably
mark his words.
By like next podcast or two, I'll have a sponsor. So then we'll get back to you on like my opinions then. But like as I was saying, I'll probably take the first sponsor just because. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel
this
like
is
I
one of
might
those things
just
where you
because.
don't really know. You don't know what kind of absurd sponsors people
Man,
get.
if it's like App Nana or Raid Shadow Legends, I'm probably not doing it. Like I've seen people talk about like, don't make fun of small YouTubers for sponsorships like this because, you know, they're
just
don't
doing
really
what they gotta do to
it.
survive.
And it's not really to survive, but you know,
I know
they want money like the rest of us, and you have to respect that. So.
I was gonna say though.
Next topic, since we've talked about sponsorships for like half an hour.
I wanted to ask one
like
thing.
20 minutes maybe.
Aren't there not supposed to be ads on videos that are marked as for kids on YouTube now with this new system?
Yes.
I've gone onto videos that are marked as.
Oh no! It might be if you're not on the YouTube Kids app that it still plays ads.
It does. They're just ads directed towards kids, but isn't that even worse? Because the whole point was that you don't want to get kids' information.
I don't.
But if you're now targeting the kids with your advertisements, I was on a video that got marked as for kids.
You tell
me.
It
had no comments. All the recommendations were kids stuff.
You tell me this stuff, and like, I've never experienced this. I don't know. You just you just like spend so much time on YouTube. I can't even tell you that I don't even know if what you're saying is true because I wasn't there.
No, you know what? This is our next topic now. There is nothing. Me and Jason.
There is nothing.
This just in. The void has opened. There is nothing.
There is nothing.
That is our next topic. What is your opinion on the nothingness? There is nothing that we have to talk about anymore as people. Maybe on the podcast, but not as people. Me and Jason.
How many other times?
Me and Jason used to be the exact same person. Like, he followed behind me and did whatever I did because I was his older brother.
And then
grew obviously up that was
learned.
Like, yeah, obviously we differentiate ourselves once we're like get our own individuality and chances to express it. But, you know, we're still like best bros. We had overlap. Now we're like two spheres all the way across and there's no overlap anymore. At least that's how I feel.
Did you just say best bros?
Yes. We're best bros. We're still best bros.
Kind of cringe.
I don't care if it's cringe. See, we can't even agree on what's cringe anymore.
Best bros.
Yes.
It's just.
I mean, how far do you think we are on the bro scale? Do you think we're just average bros?
I think we're brothers, and I think we're brothers. I don't know what best bros means.
All we really have to do anymore is play Smash Bros together. That's all we have to relate to. That's like the only game we even play in common anymore.
We played Minecraft more recently than we have Smash Bros.
I'm gonna be honest. I like Minecraft, but I only play it as much as I do because you ask, and I want to spend time with you, bro.
As much as you do, you've played it like once in the past year.
I know. Because I would normally play it 0 in the past year.
Yeah, so what do you? It's not like you play the game
I
frequently.
know. It's just it's fun to play with you, but we just don't have that much in common. Beyond just like getting along. Like, you know how people get along, but then they don't have like interests, and so they're just acquaintances.
This is what happens when you watch YouTube 24/7 and then you develop your own interest, John. This isn't my fault. This is your own doing.
Wait, hold on.
I'm saying you developed interests, and
You're
now
saying,
you're complaining because we have different interests,
okay,
which isn't a bad thing at all. I don't see how that's a bad thing.
No, here. My theory was because you started.
In my face. He's like screaming in my face. I thought we were
I'm
best
not.
bros.
Here's what I'm saying. Because my theory, I didn't say this outright, and this isn't 100%, this is just a relative thing. But my theory was that because you started off like sort of copying me because I was like your older brother, it was like an imprinting thing. I figured you branched off of me when you grew up and you got to individualize. But now you're saying that I have branched off of us? Like I'm the one who branched?
We both branched, and I don't see why that's a bad thing. We developed our own interests as we grew up.
But I miss being able to talk about the exact same stuff.
You know why we had the same interests as a kid? Because I didn't have many friends. I didn't have much of an outside world.
Well, there's the problem. I still don't have any friends.
Okay, but the thing is, I didn't really have an outside world, right? You have YouTube and stuff, whatever. I don't know who you watch.
YouTube is a
maybe they inspire you. Okay,
pure.
But the point is that the people that you interact with, whether random YouTube creator that doesn't know who you are or friend, they influence you and your interests and what you like and what you whatever. So my point is, when I was a kid, I was like, oh look, we have a 3DS. Hey look, we have Flipnote Studio. Hey, he makes flip notes. Jonathan makes flip notes. Oh hey, I'll make some flip notes too. Like what was I supposed to do? I was just doing what I had, right?
Do what I did and develop a serious interest in animation.
Okay.
The noise you made with your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know how I did. I mean, I could say the same thing to you. Why don't you develop the serious interest in video editing and graphic design?
I do.
Because we're different people. What? And we're allowed to have different interests. I don't see why you think we should be like carbon copies of each other.
No,
this is called specialization, and it only helps efficiency.
Here, no. Rather
than being good at everything, good at some things, but really good at other things, and then we can do things for each other.
I really like what makes you you. That's why I liked trying to like come up with stuff to personalize your little personified half of the room in our background.
So you like the fart jokes?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a legitimate, accurate interpretation of Jason's sense of humor, by the way. There we go.
Continue.
Armpit farts. Yes. Nice and wet and moist because we turned off the fan to record, so it's hot in here now.
I'm sweating. You're not gonna convince me. Like I don't see what your point is.
You got me off track, but I was going to say I just wish there was more overlap between our interests. I feel like
so much overlap, dude.
List some things.
You got me.
Did I really? Because honestly,
we both like video games. Okay.
Yes, but what kind of video games?
We like different games, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't see what's wrong with that. And we still do share a lot of the same games. Like we both really like Nintendo games. You don't like Minecraft.
Except you won't let me talk about them.
Okay, that's completely irrelevant. So I don't even know why you brought that up. Anyways, we both like Nintendo games. Let's see, we both played Undertale. I haven't won it, but so it's not just Nintendo games. We just play the same games in general. Like how many games that have you played that I haven't played? Like that's a better question. Sure, I more regularly.
I used to keep a list.
I more regularly play stuff that you don't, like Minecraft, I guess, but that's just...
Have you still not played Kirby Planet Robobot?
No.
Jason!
This is besides the point. Okay? People like different things. That's just the bottom line.
I know.
But there's a lot of overlap. We both are very into computer science related things. I think I'm more like into computer science.
Well, yeah, but you're actually good at
them than you are. You're more into like art related stuff, but so am I.
I feel like I'm into the logic of it. I would call it programming, whereas you would focus more on the label of computer science, I feel.
No, I like programming too.
Well, different words mean different things to different people.
Okay, well, I like making like utility programming as well as games.
Okay, yeah, that's not me.
As well as games. So I just have something, we share something in common there, and I have something on you as well, so I'm just like one-upping you in everything right now.
What do you mean you have something on me?
Because as in like I like making games, and I also like programming things that aren't games. You only like programming games.
That's because college has traumatized me of programming utilitarian things, because I always failed at it.
We both like making digital art. We both, to some extent, like video editing and making videos. Apparently, you want to make a YouTube channel.
That's more like talents than like hobbies or interests.
Okay, well, I consider that an interest, so if you don't, then I guess I assumed wrong. I mean, what's the difference between a talent and a hobby? Besides, a talent could just be something. I mean, no, there is no difference. I'm sorry.
I guess a talent is more utilitarian. If you like to juggle, well, that's not gonna. Well, people love juggling.
If hobbies weren't utilitarian, then everybody's hobby would be like sleeping. Like, what do you mean?
That's our sister.
No hobby doesn't require work. Like, all hobbies require work. What you're saying doesn't make sense. I think we should move on to a different topic.
Okay. How about this? I haven't gotten a haircut since the last podcast.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should move on to another topic.
Nah.
There's nothing to talk about that other than that his hair is like, he's just becoming a girl, and there's no stopping.
That's so sexist. Having long hair doesn't make me a girl. That's not how it works.
Your hair looks like a girl's hair, though.
You're gonna get canceled for this 5 years later.
Nobody's gonna cancel me. What? Okay, most girls have long hair. Is that wrong? There are some that don't, but the majority of girls do have long hair. At least longer than men's hair. The majority of men. There's nothing factually wrong with what I said. And everybody knows I'm not taking it, like, seriously. Like, this is not some... All guys have to have short hair, all girls have to have long hair.
I don't seriously think you're gonna get in trouble for... Well, definitely not recently. Definitely not anytime soon. But it would be funny if you did, and I'd be like, I told you so.
Definitely not recently.
Yeah, I said that wrong.
You think you're so weird. You wanted to talk about political controversial stuff, and then every time I say some like random joke, like you have girl hair, you're like, you're gonna get canceled. That's so political and sexist, and you're gonna get canceled. Like your political compass, or like your political correctness compass, I guess, is like I have
a problem like differentiating what people consider political from what I consider just moral topics. And I think nobody cares anymore. They just want to yell about stuff.
Politics is morals in a lot of ways.
Morals and like economics and stuff like that.
But most of the politics that like people our age talk about is morals.
Yeah.
Which is probably why a lot of people our age are liberal, because that's not
you started something.
No, that's not
I don't know what you've started, but you started something.
That's not supposed to be an insult, but I just feel like a lot of like liberal in the sense of like they're like pushing for like civil rights stuff. Like it's not really it's not politics in the sense of like economics.
What's
like
considered progressive?
It's more it's like civil rights, humanitarian kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by
although I hear people saying all the time, I hear people on the left say, that's why is everyone leaning so hard to the right these days? And then I hear people on the right like, oh, these liberals, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's still 50-50 and you just like see what you're afraid of.
Yeah, but I think the younger generation is more liberal than the older generation. That's just how it works.
You might be right, but I have heard like some statistics that say otherwise.
Old people have already experienced progression through their life, so they're less likely to push
They're like, okay, haven't we gone far enough?
Yeah, that's what conservatism is.
I'm getting a little winded here. Can we slow down?
So I think it's hard to argue against the fact that old people are more likely to be conservative than young people. Not to say that there aren't that it doesn't switch.
Don't assume stuff about people.
I'm just saying,
Especially
in general, that's, I think, the way the demographics... Well, there was no negative twist on it. Well, you have so many things. Can I just read these topics?
No, you won't even... They're in code words again.
Then just tell me. You have so many things.
But they're all about video games that you don't care about.
I didn't say that. I just said not everybody knows about random non-mainstream video games that is watching this, and I want it to be entertaining. We just talked about entertaining at the beginning of this podcast, and now you're yelling at me for it, okay? Pick something and let's talk about it.
So,
okay.
There's an ARMS character coming to Smash, but we don't know who it is.
Yes, that is true. Are you
Springman is already an assist trophy.
putting a hypothesis?
And Ribbon Girl is already a me costume. I don't
think it rules them out.
It hasn't made a huge thing. Well, it would be weird. Like, I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I would miss assist trophy Springman if they made regular Springman.
What? Well, they wouldn't get rid of it.
But then that'd be so weird though. You're playing as Springman and you summon a Springman.
Let me ask you something.
That like doesn't have your full
moveset. In Smash Bros, can you play? Let's say you play as Mario. Can your opponent play as Mario? Yes. Is that not weird?
Yes, but
no.
Imagine you pick up an item and you summon a version of yourself with really dumb AI and an incomplete moveset of your own. Is that not like bizarre?
No, it's something that Nintendo's done in the past, like with Super Mario Galaxy, where there's Luigi, and then when you win the game, you can unlock Luigi, but there's still Luigi in some of the levels, but it's a different Luigi. And there's two Luigis at once. I'm just saying it's not something I would put past Nintendo. Like, they can handle like a quirky, funny.
But that wasn't Masahiro Sakurai.
He's even funnier. He's even more of a troll.
That is true.
I don't see why you wouldn't do it.
But I've heard like people just like, rooting for their favorite character or whatever getting in.
Twintel.
Yeah. But no, I'm starting to strongly believe that it's going to be Min Min. Because
I think it's going to be like Bowser Jr. and it's going to be different skins. The problem is that the hitboxes are going to be different.
That doesn't work. Yeah, because there's so much difference. Everybody's got their special moves. And because here's the thing. Sakurai says he picks characters based off of how unique their moveset can be, not based off of their popularity or anything.
I think it should be Springtron.
But like, all you can do in ARMS is move and punch. And then the originality comes from your different hands. And a few special characteristics unique to different characters.
This is the loudest and most excited you've been throughout the entire podcast.
Just let me speak.
What?
The only thing that
the whole podcast you've been like...
The only thing that is unique from the single action that everyone can do is character-specific stuff. So characters are that different from each other. You can't really make it an all characters into one character thing. I feel like it has to be a single character.
I think we got the reasons why, but you went on for a while about it.
But here's the thing about
I think it should be Springman and Springtron as an echo. Or just Springtron.
Well, yeah, I have been thinking about like Springtron and stuff. I've been thinking of the ones that like are sort of like generic or all-encompassing. I thought of like Max Brass because he's like the champion at the end of like the tournament mode or whatever. So he's sort of like... He's like the final boss, you could say. So in a way, he's sort of like a generic character. But the reason why I say Min Min, and other people have been saying this too, is because she was one of the 4 original characters. I held up 3 fingers, but they didn't need to know that, but now they do. Springman is already an assist trophy. Ribbon Girl, it doesn't mean much, but they're
You've gone
costume.
too far.
No, listen.
You're like game theory right now.
No, but here's the real reason why people think it. You know, what did they used to call them? The ARMS like little party tournaments where you would pick a character and there would be like a tournament to like win between them. Do you remember those? They were like Splatfests for ARMS.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You really don't?
It's just a tournament. Okay.
Well, they did a huge one of those like near the end of ARMS' lifespan, so to speak, where it was just a tournament where people would play as their favorite character in a bracket formation. And it would be like, each round you would be down to a new set of characters until there was one that was like the declared favorite. Again, think like Splatfest. And Min Min won that. Okay. And this like went on over months. So that's kind of impressive. And so the character kind of earned it.
I think you're looking way too much. So what's our next topic?
Well, who do you think it's going to be Springman?
I don't have a hypothesis.
What I honestly want to know is how they're going to make a moveset out of it. All you can do is move and punch. That's the only thing that's the same across all characters.
I think they'll be like, oh.
Granted, what you can do with the punch is interesting.
I think it'll be a special move where you can like control the fist.
I also kind of don't like whatever
so what's your
the
next
logic
topic?
is.
Oh my goodness.
I was just gonna say, I feel like ARMS' popularity has been shoehorned now. I feel like in the years to come, the only reason people remember ARMS is because it was in Smash now. It would totally have been forgotten otherwise.
So what's our next topic?
The next topic is that I've been playing Undertale.
Okay. So.
And that's it.
Okay.
Jason gave up on it, but I won at least like the simplest version of the storyline. Pacifist.
Okay. So our next topic.
Our next topic is
there? You want to tell them why you're playing Undertale like 5 years, 6 years after it came out?
Because Jason ripped my save file off of his Steam account that was on his computer.
No, off of your computer, which is now my computer because I don't get my own computer.
And basically, I've been wanting to play it my whole college life, but well, the college part was a problem. I like it though. I went through like this weird like peaks and valleys while playing of like thinking that it was overrated and then thinking that it was like even underrated for a second. Like, oh, why don't more people talk about this cool thing you can do? And then at the end, I'm just sort of like, this is cool. It's a good game, but I haven't even experienced all of it. I found out there's more to it after I basically won. So I'm gonna go back to it. But Jason's not. He's done. I have a strong feeling you're not going to play anymore.
You're just mean. This is what I'm talking about. Jonathan's new sense of humor is just making fun of other people. Next topic.
Well, on the topic of Undertale in a sort of tangential sense, did you know that they're making an official Earthbound comic?
I knew you were about to talk about Earthbound.
Toby Fox is one of the artists in it?
No. That's cool. That's the most obscure thing you've ever said. Like nobody.
I think it's cool.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
I never won Earthbound. I played it, but I never won it.
No, I'm just saying.
I didn't have like a save.
I don't think anybody watching this even knows what Earthbound is.
What? You're probably right.
What? I'm saying this is more obscure than what was the thing from before? Oh, the new Paper Mario game. So all you know about is video games, pretty much.
Yep, that's the only thing I care about.
Okay. I thought there was a lot
Let's
more.
Let's talk about the fact that when we were starting the podcast, Jason said it sounded like I was about to start crying.
No, you are crying.
No, I'm pretending to.
You said, I just was under the impression you had so much to talk about, and I feel like there were so many moments where you're like, save that for the podcast, of like discussions that weren't like gaming related, but I guess you didn't write them down. But I feel like there's something else we could talk about.
How do you feel about the government confirming UFOs?
We've already seen the footage before.
Yeah, I know. That's what the thing is.
It's just declassified now.
And people are like, UFOs are real. And then I was like,
we've already
all that means is that they don't know what it is. That's what UFO stands for.
UFOs are real. If I threw a frisbee high enough in the sky, technically, if somebody else saw it, it would be a UFO.
Unless he was like a genius and he's like, I know that make and model. That's a frisbee.
That's a frisbee.
Lucky guess.
That's a frisbee.
I can smell Jason's sweaty palms on it.
It was thrown from the east about a mile down. Yellow.
Yeah, a mile down yellow. Down Yellow Street. Oh my goodness. The only thing,
you should talk about your YouTube channel that you say you're gonna make someday.
Technically, I made a YouTube channel. It's just a blank account. It has nothing on it. I want to make content, but I am the least motivated person in the world.
That is so true.
It's sad because I'm aware of it.
True.
But the worst thing is that when it came to my own personal projects, I used to be a fairly motivated person. I would get in trouble for like doodling, creating art projects, writing stuff on my own accord, like during class time back in like high school, middle school and stuff. But now I can't even be bothered to like write down ideas sometimes. And all I can think of is it's college, because I used to love programming, and now I'm scared to death of it because I just assume I'm going to fail miserably at anything I try to program. Because that's how college felt, because I never had time to fully devote myself to any of the programs, and they did always fail. Because
I mean, real talk for a second. Have you ever added something to like a program or a game, and it worked on the first try?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess you're
quite a few times actually.
I mean, I don't mean like minor stuff. I'm talking about like big things.
What did this branch off of again? I lost my train.
I guess that's just my style of programming. Generally, I just type stuff really fast. And
oh yeah, I'm unmotivated, and my memory's getting worse too. I've literally become. Okay, disclosure before I say this. I actually have Asperger's syndrome. I've literally become more autistic after graduating from college. I felt like that disclaimer was needed because otherwise you'd think I'm just doing like, oh, I'm such an autist now. No, that's not. I'm being serious in a sense.
Yeah, no, memory loss is a symptom of watching too much YouTube. Also, I think depression.
Well,
it's probably
like
the
that.
YouTube thing.
Well, I know. I'm like, I used to, dude. I like. Sorry,
dude. Dude.
There was this period where me and like everyone I knew. There was like this period where me and everyone I knew used to be all around like, oh, these people self-diagnosing with depression. It's so annoying. And then like as soon as college hit, like I stopped and I was like, you know what? I think I get it. Like I was seriously depressed during college. It was miserable.
We're talking about depression. What's our next topic?
Well, when I say depressed, I don't mean like clinically depressed, but like I was really like, it was a depressive state. Like I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't motivate myself to do anything. And a bit of that is still lingering. So yeah, I'm afraid to do stuff. I keep telling myself I can do it later and still make it. And the worst part about that is that I'm right. Like I could actually do stuff in half the time that I allot myself, even after taking these extended breaks that I don't need. But I still don't do it.
No, but the problem is that when you procrastinate, you're filling that time with... You're sure you're meeting the deadline, but then you're filling that with what? Something that's not work-related.
I know.
So then you're not making progress.
You're going to laugh at me when I say this, but my greatest pet peeve of all time, aside from like stuff that people would...
procrastination.
Is wasting time. I hate it. I'm actually scared of it, but I'm addicted to it.
You must hate yourself.
Because I'm terrified of the alternative, which is... trying for a really long time and ending up miserable and with nothing to show for it because I ended up failing for all my efforts. That is the alternative that I'm terrified of.
I don't want to invalidate what you're saying, but it sounds like you're just being a little overdramatic to me.
Well, I am.
I mean,
but
I guess that seems like an evil thing to say.
I'm saying this because this is how I feel. This is like, I'm not saying this is accurate to how things end up, but this is how I feel. This is what I go through every day.
And I can understand being scared of failing, which I guess I can understand, but I can't sympathize with it.
And I'm a very failure-prone person, so it seems very real.
I can't sympathize with it at all because I know
because I'm not failure-prone.
No, okay, people talk about being afraid of failing, but to be honest, I've never felt that in my life. Like I've just never felt that before. So I can't sympathize with you at all. I've never done something and then not wanted. Okay, aside from like what, like asking out a girl, right? Like that's different. But I mean like just like what, trying to like make it up, like trying to make something. I guess that's most relevant to what you're talking about. Like I guess that's a general activity, trying to make something. But like that's something where, and especially on the computer, like how do you fail? Like when you're programming something, if you get an error, you didn't fail because, I mean, I guess you failed, but you can always go back and undo something.
I have spent like the whole day trying to fix something and ended up exactly where I started.
If you're a painter and you, spilled paint on your painting, like it's
then you
ruined,
wasted the whole day.
Then you failed. But with computers, that's not, you can't really, like, just press undo and keep going.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I'll work myself into a loop trying to program something and I'll end up exactly where I started because nothing worked. That's the worst that's happened.
Okay, but
I've also occasionally messed up code and then actually lost like the undo state. Like it's never been so bad that the program stopped working. I usually fix it eventually, but it has caused some major errors.
Okay, well that sounds like organization issues, but I've never like that gets frustrating, but like the payoff when you fix that is immense.
Yeah.
Not only the cliche, oh well, you didn't fail because you learned something along the way, which is obviously true. But then also, I mean, honestly, the longer it takes for you to fix a problem, the better you're going to feel when you fix it. You're going to be really happy about it. So I've never understood that feeling, I guess. Like, the only time I've been afraid to fail is, like, doing, like, a parkour jump in Minecraft. And I'm like, am I going to land it? Am I not going to land it? You know? But I've never been afraid...
Dude, that is like
the
most stupidly profound thing.
Analogy.
Like, the greatest fear of my life is when I do a parkour jump in Minecraft and it's just like... Am I actually gonna make this? Dude.
Like, that could be applicable to other things in my life. Like, sending a text to somebody, I'm like, are they going to take this text the right way? Should I send it? Should I not? Because you're scared of what they're going to think about you, right?
Social interaction scares me even when it's a long distance.
But even then, I don't think I normally get that like scared of it. But something what you're saying, I cannot relate at all. Like I've never sat down.
You're just so well put together. And then I don't even I feel like you should be able to do more with what a strong mindset you have. Like how are you not on top of the world right now? Because, like, I realized a while ago that most of the things that I'm afraid of, it's not, the question I ask myself isn't...
Oh, my goodness. You're, like, in my face and yelling.
The question I ask myself isn't, can I do this? Even for, like, my wildest dreams, it's not, can I do this? It's always like, yeah, duh, I can do that. Like, I can visualize it to the end and know exactly how I'm going to do it. It's, do I have time and can I motivate myself?
You say I have
totally would.
No, see, you say I have a strong mind. This is, like... There's a genre of YouTubers who basically do like self-betterment, like motivational
I just eat that stuff up.
No, well,
you do, though.
It is good stuff.
It's good stuff, man.
Well, I don't know why you're making fun of me. It is good, and a lot of it is. Trying to add some humor. Of them film it very well, which I just think is aesthetically pleasing. But no, like I look at those people, I'm like, man, these guys like, they must be like just. I mean, they like their mindsets because they preach about this stuff so much. They make videos on it, and I'm not like accusing them of being hypocritical.
Roll through life like a steamroller.
But I'm just thinking. Why do you always do this? Whenever I'm trying to like talk about something,
because you're developing lulls.
Interject. No, I'm not. I'm just talking. I guess I'm talking too much in depth for you. Yeah, you generated a lull. That's what you did. I'm saying these people, I'm not calling them hypocritical because they aren't able to practice what they preach, because that's just a matter of willpower, and sometimes we all, mess up and
there is
whatever.
Such thing as being like aware of the right thing to do. But I always think like falling...
these people are always talking about like, man, getting motivation to do whatever, like whatever they talk about. Like, wow, if they're able to do that so much, they must, be super productive people. But the truth is, while we all know what to do, that doesn't always mean, I guess we don't always know exactly what to do. But in general, we typically know what to do. Like, we should get out of bed. We should start working on something. It's about whether or not we do it. It's about that decision. So just because these people say this on YouTube doesn't mean that they do that. And I think just because I say things to you, you think that I have, like, some kind of strong mindset, which I don't think I have
no, I just think it's blatantly obvious that you're better off than me in this area.
I think I do have a strong mindset.
And so I don't wonder why you aren't...
You're assuming that because of my mindset I have strong willpower. I don't think I have weak willpower, but as an example, the past 3 days, I haven't, like, I've laid in bed just being like, wow, today's gonna suck. So, like, the past 3 days have been horrible.
I slept on a couch last night. I went to bed at 5.
That's your fault. The point is... like I got so upset the other day because Saturday I wanted to record a video, and then Sunday I texted my friends for 3 hours straight asking them if they were able to record, and they didn't respond, so I didn't record then. I'm not going to record today. I have to do other stuff. The point is I wanted to record a video, and now I'm not going to be able to, and now I don't even feel like it, so I'm just sitting in my room playing Minecraft all day. So clearly my willpower is not always strong, even if my mindset is strong. So, I'm just saying, like, don't think that you're just like, wow, I suck, I'm the worst person ever.
You know what, buddy?
Because you saying that, not only is it making you feel, like, more prone to feel that way, I guess, because it, in a way, validates you. Like, yes, I suck. I'm going to keep sucking.
Actually, no,
it feels good to suck.
I can talk on that a little bit.
But I'm telling you that the way that you move on from that is by not thinking that you suck. And by not enjoying that, like, I guess... the
fulfilling prophecy.
You kind of validate yourself when you're upset because you're like, wow, I'm important because I'm upset, right?
Well, no.
I don't know if that makes sense, but I think maybe you understand what I'm saying.
Well, for me, it was more like back in college, I was like, I'm not even going to try on this because I know I'll fail, and then I'll be like, okay, fine, I'll try, and then I'd fail, and then I'd be like, see? And it would happen so often that I'd be like, why do I even bother? That's the closest I can think of to what you're saying. But you know what? Maybe we have more in common than I thought, Jason.
We have nothing in common because, like, you play Minecraft and I played Undertale. You haven't even won Undertale. It's just a whole different.
Speaking of stuff we may or may not have in common, though. You used to, like, make fun of my taste in music. You don't actually know what it is because I don't share any music. But you would call my music edgy, and then you would say it was being pessimistic. and that's not inaccurate. But I listened to that stuff in college because I do like I like the actual music. I don't just like listen to stuff solely because I find it relatable or whatever. But like that was like sort of how I felt. But also it sort of served a purpose. Like this is just an interesting story now. When I listen to music that isn't like happy, cheery stuff, stop playing with your own saliva.
I'm not.
Well, then I don't know what you were doing.
Cool. Nope, that's just end the podcast.
When you listen to some less positive stuff, it doesn't get you in a mindset where you feel like you can slack off as much because it's a more reality grounded sort of feeling. I made the mistake right near the end of college of listening to some very happy music. Started listening to Pharrell Williams, and I just could not do anything. I could not do anything because I felt so content.
Because I'm happy.
Dude, Pharrell Williams is the best.
It's Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell?
Yeah.
Pharrell Williams.
You're thinking of Will Ferrell.
Pharrell.
Like it's Pharrell.
Pharrell. I love his music, though. For real, I do. Pharrell. I do. But okay, I was listening to it, and I was too content to do anything because I was like, everything is okay. Why do I need to do anything? And I ended up doing it. But, like, I was so unmotivated.
Okay, well, So
it's weird. I'm unmotivated either way.
Either you're weird or people are different on that. Because the only thing that happens when I listen to sad music, when I'm sad, is I get more sad. Or I just stay sad.
Well, yeah, I think what it really is for me is a double-edged sword. I think I'm just pathetic.
I just feel like what we tend to do when we're sad is just remain sad because we like to wallow in our own self-pity. I think that's the best way of putting what I was trying to say earlier. Like, I think there's satisfaction in just being able to wallow in your self-pity and saying, yep, I'm just sad and, man, my life sucks. Because you want somebody to pity yourself, be it you or somebody else.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you just listen to sad music, you're just feeding like that, like the self-pity. And I think you just have to stop self-pitying yourself to stop being sad, because it just becomes a feedback loop of being more sad and then pitying yourself and then being more sad and pitying yourself. Instead, you just have to be like, nah, you know what, I'm better than this, and I'm not a failure, and I'm not sad, I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna have a good attitude, I'm gonna do stuff. And when I listen to happy music, I use the phrase happy loosely. Like, I don't only listen to happy music, but I just don't listen to music that's like, man, it's raining.
It's temporary.
All the
dude, you started singing a song about raining, and I was singing a Pharrell song about rainy days.
I just started I was about to say all the trees are falling down.
Contrast is why we got 'em. The sunshine.
Okay, before we get content ID claimed, anyways.
Oh, nah, I sing everything off key, so they'll never notice.
But that's my 2 cents on that. But not all my music is, it's not like happy sunshine rainbows.
I know.
Yay,
oh no, I know.
Best day ever.
Honestly, that's
most of it is upbeat. Some of it is slow, but none of it is like.
Yeah, dude, I would call.
None of it is like depressive, like something that I would listen to when I'm sad.
Most of my music isn't depressive either.
To be sad, I guess.
Most of my music isn't depressive either. I would call it more aggressive. The kind of stuff that you would like point out. But also, if I'm listening to happy music, I actually prefer that like happy poppy jumpy stuff.
Man, you just can't look at the microphone when you talk. I've done it the whole time.
Look, dude, I have autism. People have been telling me my whole life you have to look people in the eye when you talk to them because I'm usually like looking at their left kneecap.
I'm looking to the viewer. I'm looking at the viewer, man.
Okay, put horse blinders on me. You know what? I already have them. They're my sideburns.
Get it? Because he literally can't see out of his bowl of hair.
I can. You just can't see me. It's a one-way glass. I forgot what I was going to talk about.
What am I saying? I'm wearing a hat. I can barely see.
You actually probably do have more of your vision blocked by your hat than I do by my hair. I've got like a little bit, and then a little bit on the side.
I mean, it's just like an inch of the top of my
I guess
eye.
It depends on how far up and down you put the bill.
Like a centimeter of my peripheral.
But I would call your taste in music chill. You listen to chill music. I don't hate chill music, but it's very dicey for me. Cuz I
disagree 100%. Almost all of my music is upbeat.
Really? Well, a lot of the music that you have that I don't like is too chill for me. I like to feel strong emotion. So if something is like trying to be relaxing or like slow,
to me
then it usually doesn't grab my interest because it doesn't have enough of that emotion.
I mean, I just fundamentally disagree with you because I don't think chill is an emotion. So I think chill songs can carry a lot.
I would say it's a type of sound that a song can have. Though.
Yeah, I think chill songs can carry a lot of emotional weight.
Yeah.
And I have plenty of songs. Most of my songs I would say are upbeat, but there are songs that are slow, which I guess you would call chill because they're not like 200 BPM hard heavy metal rock with drums and snares and guitar. Like
we should share music sometime. But you know what? We both
but you know what? You won't.
We both like Saint Motel. Let's go.
Yeah, their music's not chill.
I know. That's why I'm glad we both like it.
The chillest song that I can think of on my playlist is probably...
Well, you listen to a lot of hip-hop, and hip-hop gives off chill vibes to me. At least you've described yourself as...
Lo-fi hip-hop, maybe. Not like lo-fi, but like...
I don't know why lo-fi is called lo-fi
It's
anymore.
hard to describe the genre that I'm talking about. But I don't really listen to that much of that. I used to. Not as much, actually, anymore. There's less of it on my playlist. Or at least it outnumbers the other stuff I have. The slowest song I can think of, or not really slow, but like, I guess, chill, is Are You Bored Yet? And that carries a lot of emotion.
That one's
it's
actually
sad.
grown on me, though. I do kind of like it. Not as much as their other songs, but...
Like, that's the slowest song I can think of. Almost everything else is upbeat.
Yeah. Scrawny, by the way. If Jason was a song, if he was a song, it would be Scrawny by Wallows.
If I was a song, it would be Scrawny by Wallows' clean version.
That doesn't exist, though, does it?
I mean, somewhere. Yeah, somebody's made a clean
Make it
version.
yourself.
Okay, I don't have to because somebody's probably already made it.
See, that's the kind of attitude that gets you nowhere in life. I would know because I'm right there. I'm nowhere. This just in, nothing.
No, that's the problem. You don't work smart, or hard. You just don't work smart or hard. You just don't.
Okay, but here's the thing I was gonna say though. I am now at home. I've received my diploma in the mail.
It's fat. I
have an excuse to stay at home. The only thing stopping me from attaining my dreams right now, aside from myself, is my dad trying to get me a job. Or trying to get me to get a job.
Doesn't affect that.
Yes, it does, because if I can't even work on stuff when there's nothing else to do, then I definitely can't work on my stuff when I actually have another job on the side.
No, you'd be able to make money and like get a better setup and like a better keyboard and mouse, maybe a PC.
I'm not like you. I don't need that stuff to do my stuff. I'll keep animating in Paint.net.
Yeah, you think it's quirky to be
frame.
like that Mark Zuckerberg, like I'm going to make Facebook in college with like a really bad laptop.
No, but I can if I have
cool
to.
And quirky. Yeah, this is what I'm
not
talking
trying
about.
to
You not wanting to
brag
work
about it.
smarter. No,
I will continue to make my animatics in Flipnote Studio.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You think it's cool to do things
I will keep making my music in beatbox.
You think it's cool
I'm making fun of myself now.
You're not letting me talk. You think it's cool to do things the slowest possible way. There's a difference between authenticity and doing something slow and just being stupid about it.
Well, the problem is I don't think I've shown enough promise in any of my skills
to
justify to anybody else purchasing equipment to better myself.
Why do you have to justify? What do you mean? If you have money, you can buy things. What are you going to do? Work?
Oh, I'm not going to buy something that my parents wouldn't
dollars?
approve of. Call me a goody two-shoes or like a mama's boy or whatever.
That doesn't even make sense.
If my dad would be like, I mean, you hear when Kristen buys stuff and dad's like, I can't believe she bought that. And yeah, she has the right. It's her money or whatever. But like, I wouldn't.
That's because she like
would make
goes
me
to
feel
like
bad.
She just like eats at restaurants like 3
Okay,
times
I have like
week.
a serious. I guess I have like a miserly thing. I
you're
don't
being
like to
dramatic
spend
again.
any money that doesn't have to be
You're
spent.
being dramatic, but all I was gonna say is, if you cut out all the time that you don't work throughout your day and then got a job and, like, basically you wouldn't lose any time of what you're doing right now by getting a job if you just cut out all the time that you waste currently. Like, the time that you waste currently could be spent at a real job and then you could satisfy both conditions.
You're right, but then I'd probably come home and my feeble brain would want to do nothing but, like, pass out on the couch.
So that's a you problem, and the only person that can fix that is...
But... Here's the thing I always tell people. Here's the thing I always tell people. You don't tell a depressed person to stop being depressed. If you've got a problem with yourself, how can that same problematic person fix that problem? If they are the problem. That's like using a broken tool to fix itself.
Whoa, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think you can really cure your depression without doing it yourself.
Well, depression was more of an example.
I don't think you can cure most mental health issues.
Exactly, which is why I need you to come into my room every day and slap me in the face until it knocks some sense into me.
That's what I'm saying. You have to ultimately make a choice within yourself that is going to get you out of that situation. Nobody else can do it for you.
I've gone through all the choices, though, dude. A, B, C, D, all of the above.
Okay.
What do I have left?
Well, until you realize what I'm talking about, then you'll never...
Well, in a few months when I've got a YouTube channel and a band and, like, a game... and all the stuff that I really want to make just for you guys, you two people who are watching, currently picking your nose, zoning out. I'll get back to you and tell you how I feel and how I did it. I'll share my wisdom.
Nobody can tell you to stop being anxious, and cure your anxiety.
Anyways, Reggie Fils-Aime's got a podcast now. He's he's a board of director on a nonprofit
you should probably
game.
Step down then.
He's on a nonprofit game association.
You should invite him on the podcast.
And they've got a podcast called Talking Games, and he's on it. And I think that's cool.
Over on here.
And I'm saying this at the end because I know you don't care that much, but who doesn't love Reggie Fils-Aime?
We should invite him.
Anyways, I've got a feeling that you want to end the podcast now.
Well, it's been an hour.
Forever. I was actually gonna say this way long ago. I think this will be the last
episode ever.
Yeah, I was gonna throw that on you. It's probably not ever. But we're not going to do them regularly, maybe?
That's so funny how you spent that long making a background for nothing.
But the thing is... Well, no, because I will use it again.
2 weeks, bro?
The thing is...
2 weeks on that.
It took more like 1 day of actual effort, but I kept crying and having mental breakdowns. Crying on the inside, of course.
Okay, this is not the time for this, Jonathan.
I'm joking. But what I want to do with the podcast channel is just have content where it's both of us. And that can be podcast.
I've already said that.
I know.
I've already talked about this.
But so then what I'm saying is, in order to prepare for that, we probably should take a break from the podcast. But of course, I had to make...
I think we just need to rebrand.
Our last one was a cliffhanger. So obviously I wanted to have this one to say it. Probably should have said it at the beginning because nobody's going to listen this far through. Maybe I'll put it in a clickbait thumbnail. The last episode. Catch us while you still can.
They'll probably just not click and be like, okay, well, I made it close enough to them.
Season 2. What was it? The mythical season 5 you said where everything gets good?
We have to rebrand we need...
a ton of people have podcasts on their main channels, so we could still have
our new channel name will be Best Bros Forever.
Yes! We're doing it. It's official, confirmed. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep those eyelids peeled.
It'll
way
probably
far
be called
back.
Poop Flingers or something.
Oh my goodness. Bringing in the obscure poop joke references.
Sorry, that was on page 103 of Fart Jokes 101.
101 classic fart jokes. I'm quite proud of that semi-authentic sounding title. I could totally see that being in some weird
Walmart,
uncle's bathroom.
A dollar store.
Yeah. And with that armpit fart, I have been the bro host. And this armpit fart over here is... And we'll see you whenever we see you, honestly. Just stay safe out there, whatever. Any final thoughts, bro?
Man,
nope, just that sound.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Peace! What button do I press?
You press the space bar.